Hi, everyone. Today I want to share some thoughts on something that every parent thinks about at some point, and that's how to help your child develop social skills. Social skills are one of the most important aspects of a child's early development. Not only do they affect how children interact with peers, but they also have a profound impact on their confidence, sense of self, and ability to navigate the world as they grow. I want to walk you through 6 key points that are practical and detailed to help your child build these skills in a natural and healthy way. First, let's talk about understanding social interaction. Around the age of 1 to 1.5, you might notice something very interesting. Your child loves to watch other children play. They may sit quietly at a distance or wander nearby, observing everything that's happening, the way the other kids laugh, the way they grab toys, or the way they share and line up. But if you try to encourage them to join in, you might notice hesitation or even fear, and that's completely normal. The reason is simple. Your child doesn't yet understand what social interaction actually means, and they don't know how to engage in it yet, which is why the first step as a parent is to gently introduce them to the idea of socializing in a concrete way. You can start with observation and storytelling. For example, take 20 minutes a day and bring your child to a park or a playgroup where there are other children around the same age. Let them watch what's happening and describe it as you go. Don't just tell them it's play. Tell them what's happening in terms they can understand. Look at how they share toys. Look at how they wait in line. Look at how they shake hands. Say something like, "Oh, see, these two are grabbing blocks from the same box. Oh, look, they're taking turns building a tower. Oh, they're passing the ball to each other." This helps your child start making the connection between actions and social meaning. Over time, they begin to see, oh, this is what social interaction looks like, which is the first step in developing a foundation for later social skills. Now let's move on to learning how to socialize. This often becomes more obvious around age 2. Children start to experiment with asking others to play. They may say, "Can I play with you?" And very often the response from other children is no, or sometimes "we don't want to play with you." This is where it becomes really important for parents to handle the situation carefully. Many parents naturally want to comfort their child by saying, "It's okay, mommy will play with you," or "No worries, we can play on our own," or "It's fine, just take your time." While these words feel comforting, they don't actually help your child understand the situation or build resilience. Instead, what your child needs is an understanding of why rejection happens and how to respond in a healthy way. You want your child to develop 2 critical skills: resilience and comprehension. They need to understand that being rejected does not mean they are bad or unworthy. It simply means that the other children are focused on their own activity. Perhaps they are deeply engaged in building a tower or running a game that doesn't leave room for anyone else. Explaining this to your child helps them see social interactions realistically and reduces the likelihood of internalizing negative feelings. It also helps prevent them from developing anxiety around social situations and builds confidence that they can navigate these moments successfully. Making friends is more than just asking to join in, and this is a skill that takes observation and creativity rather than just words. Rather than encouraging your child to say, "Can I play with you?" teach them to watch first, see what the other kids are doing, notice what they might need, and look for ways to contribute. For example, if other children are digging in a sandbox, perhaps they need a stick or a bucket or some leaves, and your child can offer help or bring the object over. Say something like, "Hey, maybe this will help you build that wall," or "Would you like me to help hold this?" This approach is often much more effective than simply asking to join, and it also teaches children that being helpful and attentive is a social skill in itself. As a parent, you don't even need to explain this theory. Just model it yourself and practice it with your child. Letting them observe and act accordingly will naturally build their confidence and social competence over time. Next, let's talk about social skills in action and specifically how to handle conflicts like when another child takes a toy. This is a situation that happens frequently in early childhood, and it can be a real test of a child's confidence and assertiveness. It's important to encourage your child to respond in a way that is firm but not aggressive. They can loudly and clearly say, "Give it back." And this alone can be incredibly empowering. If the other child is stronger or more assertive, then as a parent, you can step in to support. This teaches your child that it's okay to assert themselves, but it's also okay to seek help when necessary. It shows them that the world is not only about standing up alone, but also knowing when to ask for support. This is a critical lesson that will serve them well throughout life. At the same time, it's an opportunity to build cooperation awareness. At home, practice teamwork in simple ways. Ask your child to help you carry a basket of laundry or move some toys together. Let them experience firsthand that many hands make light work, and that working together can achieve results faster than trying to do everything alone. This builds a sense of collaboration that translates directly into social situations with peers. Developing emotional intelligence is the next essential skill. Many children are naturally kind, but haven't yet learned to understand or consider other people's feelings. For example, if you tell your child, "Mommy's tired today, I can't play with you right now," and they respond with, "No, I want you to play," this isn't selfishness, it's simply that they haven't developed the ability to empathize yet. Empathy is crucial for forming successful social relationships. One way to cultivate empathy is through stories and reflection. For instance, you might tell a story about Little Bear, who went to buy groceries but lost his money and got scolded. How do you think Little Bear feels? Is he sad or frustrated? Then ask your child to think about how they would feel in the same situation. Discussing these scenarios regularly helps children develop the capacity to consider others' emotions, which is an essential part of being socially competent and emotionally intelligent. Another important aspect is teaching friendship principles. It's not enough to be nice. Children also need to understand what healthy friendships look like. Start teaching 4 basic principles from a young age. First, good friends never force you. They respect your boundaries. Second, good friends share fairly, and there is a give and take. Sharing is mutual. Third, good friends can express their emotions. It's normal to feel upset or frustrated sometimes. Fourth, good friends ask before touching your things. Respecting personal space, even among friends, is essential. Consistently reinforcing these principles from preschool through elementary school helps children internalize what a good friendship looks like and gives them a framework for evaluating their own social interactions. They learn to recognize when relationships are healthy and when they might need to step back or assert themselves. Finally, let's summarize the key points. Social skills are a comprehensive system. They include psychological resilience, the ability to observe and be aware of social dynamics, communication and assertiveness, cooperation, empathy, and understanding healthy friendship principles. As a parent, your role is to guide your child, model positive behaviors, and support them consistently through everyday interactions and real-life experiences. When you provide this support, your child gradually learns to navigate the social world with confidence. They understand how to handle rejection when it happens, how to contribute to group activities, how to assert themselves when necessary, and how to consider the feelings of others. Over time, this combination of skills allows your child to grow into a socially capable, emotionally intelligent, and confident individual who can form meaningful friendships and interact successfully with peers in a wide variety of situations. As children practice these skills over time, you will notice subtle changes. They become more comfortable joining in group activities. They start to notice what their friends might need before anyone else does. They speak up when something is taken, but also know when to ask for help. They develop empathy and emotional awareness that allows them to be kind and considerate without being passive, and they begin to understand the principles of fairness, respect, boundaries, and emotional honesty that underlie all healthy friendships. These skills don't develop overnight, but with consistent guidance, patience, and modeling from parents, your child can develop a strong foundation that will benefit them throughout childhood and into adulthood. Remember, social skills aren't something children pick up automatically just because they play with other kids. They require guidance, observation, reflection, and practice. It's about creating situations where children can experiment with social interactions, observe the consequences, and reflect on what works and what doesn't. It's about giving children the tools to understand both themselves and others, to handle rejection and conflict, and to develop empathy and cooperation. These are skills that will serve them not just in preschool and elementary school, but throughout their entire lives. By investing the time and energy now, you're giving your child a gift that lasts a lifetime.